Welcome to BBC Podcast. Tapping in with Tunchi again. Today got a real big hitter from YouTube. Got Big Prince O up in the house.
Yo, what's good, everyone? What's good? Thanks for having me on.
Yeah, for sure. Can you share with my subscribers, man, your story, man? What you get you started? What keeps you going?
Okay. So, I've been on YouTube actually since like 2018 posting content, but originally how it started was basically, I was always a young guy who spent most of his time chasing women, approaching women on fixing my dating life, right? But at the same time, I was in university working on myself, developing my career. And then I remember once I graduated college, it was different meeting women in real life versus meeting women when you're in college. It was a completely different battle. So I started learning all these skills, social skills, and then my friends started asking me over time. And I knew I always wanted to make YouTube videos, so I ended up just started posting stuff on YouTube, recording me talking to girls, and over time I started building an audience, started coaching people, and something I just fell in love with. And then now the reason I keep on going is honestly, when I talk to people on camera, I feel like I'm talking to my younger self, helping the person I once was who struggled with his dating life, who struggled with his lifestyle, his career, and everything. So that's what keeps me going.
Okay. Yeah, for sure. I can relate to that. I get what you're saying. Like being able to help just inspire. That's what kind of just drops the fuel in the tank and just keeps it rolling majority of the time.
Yeah, every single comment like, yo, bro, you helped me. Or when guys send you pictures of them with their girlfriend or anything.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's the best feeling.
All right, so for starters, why would you say, or why do you think, I might agree also, that why is it harder being a black man dating?
Ooh, you went straight to black man. Oh, man. I'm real. As a black man, I'm going to keep it honest. It's two different ways, right? If you're a black guy who's like, let's say you're like a smart dude, an engineer, you're kind of nerdy. I feel like as a black man, unless you're like really like an Apuki Rere thuggish type of look, have that artist, the hip hop look, it's gonna be harder for you. You can fix up stuff. You can fix up your look, gain weight, but put on some muscle. But when you're talking to a lot of our sisters, sometimes a lot of them want an overly masculine guy or a hood guy. And then a lot of times when you're educated, you talk proper, you're a school guy, you're a nerd, an anime type of guy, you're not usually seen as more attractive. And then also if you go and date out your race, that's a whole nother problem too, right? Because like if you date out the race, the woman who you date out your race, you want a white girl, Spanish girl, Latina girl, they're gonna look back at their race and they're gonna say, "Is this better than what I'm getting in my race?"
Hey,
and then even the girls you date out, and then they say, "I only like black guys. I don't date in my race." I look at like, "Whoa, what makes you hate your race that much that you want to come to our race?" So it's like it's just so many battles. What you think, man?
Nah, for real, I agree because like you said, like to tip on of like how you said like our sisters they like the more aggressive like stuff, more like the thuggish type dude, man. Like I said, like when I was in school, I was probably I guess you can probably put me more like in the pretty boy role. Like I was always like my gear was different, you know what I'm saying? Didn't have all that thing, and like seeing that the girls liked the thugs, and I'm like, man, should I try to do that? That's not really me, you know what I'm saying? I'm gonna be acting like somebody I really ain't. So yeah, like staying left of the whole thing, like it made like I don't know, other races just started speaking to me more, and I was just like, dang, I end up dating out my race more than in my race. Just because I was thinking that like I don't know, I guess I just didn't fit in, like you said, to like the whole like masculine role or whatever, like the hard ass or whatever like that they was like portraying.
Yeah, and then also I will say like I think you touched on a great point. I think you have to either fit in the pretty boy role, you can fit that really well, or you have to fit in the thug role, or you have to be an athlete or hip hop. These are kind of like the main architects I feel like should get you girls. So I definitely agree with you on that. Yeah.
All right. So what would you say 4 ways of I seen your video like the 4 ways of transforming for dating?
Oh, perfect. So it depends on the age group, right? So I assume majority of your audience is probably from 22 and up, right? Or yeah, so if you're in college from 18 to 20 to 22, man, just make a killing. Make sure to do your school, get your stuff done, and that's the best time to actually meet girls at social skills because you're broke. Girls don't have high expectations and all that kind of stuff. Get your fashion right. It's all about clout during that time period. But then once you hit 22 to 25, you got a little bit of leeway. You want to start figuring out how to save your money. You want to start getting jacked. You don't have to necessarily get jacked, but put on some muscle. I
Yeah,
used
a
to
good
get
physique is what I
skinny.
always tell dudes. Yeah,
Exactly.
yeah.
And you walk with a little more swag once you get some muscle.
Yeah.
Once you feeling a little better, you can take pictures to look better for the online dating. So stuff like that. And then also make sure to work on your social skills, being able to talk to people, go out, meet people. The one thing I do recommend guys to do, you guys should always get hobbies, right?
Mm.
So you can get a hobby that keeps you in shape, but also get hobbies that help you meet women. So I started taking up salsa classes.
Oh yeah, okay. Hey,
Yeah, and you're
that's a good way to
California.
meet chicks. Yeah, for sure.
Exactly. And once you start getting to the intermediate level,
Mm.
it's always bad Spanish Latino girls, and you're dancing, so it's an easy way to break the ice.
Mm.
Also, like yoga classes, if you get in that network, you start meeting girls. Even if you get into those hot yoga, you get to what is it, Pilates class. I don't really do those stuff, but I do like cycling, hot yoga, and salsa. So those are my hobbies I use to meet women during the
Okay.
outside the nighttime.
Okay, that's good
Yeah.
tips.
What about you?
Me myself, I'm not single right now, but when I was, I'm
Hmm.
gonna say just more socially, just getting out. I didn't even never had social media and all that stuff, man. So like just actually just getting out, mingling like more, just maybe like I would say probably more like cold approach type thing. Just seeing people out, a lot of bars and stuff like that, and drinking or just going out to the club or whatever.
Hmm. You recommend guys to actually do code approaches? Cause
I say now it's different. Like I said, I ain't been single in years, man. But I look at now like a lot of dudes struggling. Man, I got a son. He's about to be 18. Like he's using social network like it ain't nothing. And being where he's at, man, I've given him in advances that he got 2 cars. He's 17, got his money right. Like so, it's a lot easier for him. And he mixed, so
yo,
it's like yeah. It's like a
you're
lot
doing it
easier for
right.
him.
I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, he
Yeah, you're doing.
doing.
I wish I had a lot of older presidents to teach me how to do stuff. When I was younger, I feel like I was doing a lot of it myself from trial and error. But
Mm.
you say 17, got his 2 cars,
Yeah,
probably
yeah.
got the nice curly hair.
Yeah.
You probably got the
You're right.
bread right. By the time you're 25,
Uh,
give him a little bit of
yeah,
slack.
yeah. That's what bro, I'm
Yeah.
trying to tell him right now. I told him, man, like you see how easy it is. Like they kind of flock at you right now. Stay focused. Like you can have your little fun inside, man, but stay focused because things can only get better from here. And after that, man, like, girls just keep on coming.
Another
like,
one.
And after and over,
Another one.
it'll just keep rolling in. So you'll have better pickings by then. Yeah.
Exactly. And one thing I do recommend too is like, so code approach, you always have to code approach. It's always a good skill to have because even in life, being a code approach for business, just talk to people, that's always a great skill. But also like, it's also good to like build up your social media presence.
Mm.
So like having an Instagram where you look attractive, have nice, good photos, high quality photos, right? And then get girl followers, get guy followers. Looks like you have a lifestyle. So girls will eventually
Exactly.
start following you.
Man,
Exactly. Yeah.
Man, I actually got a homeboy, man. I'm like, I don't know. He probably been on Instagram now for him like 7 years, maybe. Probably like before. Like I remember he's had Instagram ever since like before DMs had even came out. And man, that's one thing he's mastered, man. Like his income ain't too high, man. But if you seen his page, like him taking little like spending his money wisely on certain trips here and there, and taking his photos like correctly, man, his lifestyle looking like, man, girls flock to his shit, man. And like you would think he's like a millionaire, and he like nowhere near, but like he pulls them real good, just like you said, because his setup is real good in his profile. So yeah, I give him props to that.
Yeah, and it's crazy because a lot of guys think you need money to get girls. How do girls really know you have money? They just look at your lifestyle.
That's true.
And if they like you, attract you enough, they're not gonna ask you for money if you filter out the girls properly. So just look like you have some nice photos. Be intentional with your photos. Like take one photo a month, and it'll look you have that attractive lifestyle. Yeah.
What would you recommend for dudes that are like how often should they post while they're building their social media?
So I recommend once a month.
Okay.
So you don't have to post all the time, but once a month, because the thing about Instagram is an archive. You just want your best photos. So I would say I recommend all guys to have a high value photo. So you in a slim fit suit, maybe put on some nice shades, the squareless frame.
Okay.
And then you should be in the gym, especially if you're a younger dude, 22 to 25.
For sure.
Post a picture of you out on the beach with some friends, maybe have a 6-pack photo. Then post I said high value. Post one with you and some pets. Women love
Oh,
animals,
always.
especially if you stay out.
That's
Exactly. And then exactly, always post whenever you go out to eat. Just post those on your story and post
mm,
it from like you see the plates, but don't see no girls. The girls are
yeah.
gonna start thinking
Oh
you
yeah.
have other options. Just put those in your highlights. For a while, I was meeting a lot of women through Instagram.
Mm,
There's so many different things you can do, and then the thing is, you can put all that stuff onto your online dating profile, right? So you don't have to be swiping on girls all the time.
mm,
But what I recommend is dating girls and dating apps who message you first. So if you focus on getting that high
mm,
value lifestyle,
yeah.
then posting those on your dating profiles, and then only girls who message you first, so you put your Instagram bio there, and then now you can start automating your dating life instead of having to go out cold approach, pro. Because
Yeah. Okay.
nobody would you want to go out cold approaching all
Oh
the time?
man,
It's
hell no. Girls
it's
gonna be looking at you
annoying.
crazy nowadays. They be like, "Son, what'd you say?" Like, man, I've seen we've had girls on the show, man, that actually said that sometimes like if they get the wrong comment, they say like, man, like give me a compliment like on my perfume or nails or something like that. If you came up and tell me I'm pretty, I'm gonna ignore you. And I'm just like,
Oh,
dang. Yeah, that they don't even want nothing like no compliments on their beauty or nothing like that. They said like start a conversation like nicely, like say something about my shoes or something like that, like or like something else. Like don't say nothing about my beauty. If you say it, like I'm gonna just say thank you and ignore you, or I'll just ignore you. I'm just like,
but
damn.
the funny part is, we both know as men though. If it's the right guy with the
Yeah,
right smile, with the
yeah,
right
the right dude
charisma,
always. I just posted a video about that.
hell yeah, it
Yeah,
all be cap.
yeah.
Everything they ask for. If you're her type, that's all that matters.
That's true. I see you got a lot of tips on there, man. Like, I don't know how many you want to give. I mean, you can give top three or whatever. What are the top three DM tips, man? How can you guarantee the girl's gonna open it? How are you saying the right line to start off with, and making sure
Mm.
she's just gonna leave you on scene?
All right, so we have to adjust. The first thing you do have to get the good profile. That always going to conquer everything. So one of the simple trips for Instagram, honestly, I would always first thing I would try to do is like her photos,
Mm,
like maybe one or two, and see if she likes back.
okay.
Majority of the time, girls aren't going to like back, but if she
Mm.
likes your photo back, you can go in there and say anything. You
Okay.
can go in there and say anything. But if you don't want to go that approach, another
Mm.
approach I would recommend, guys, you can literally just send her a picture of herself and then say this view looks like a vibe or I could get used to this view. I
Okay,
stole
that's
that
new.
from someone I seen on
Okay.
no, I stole that someone saw also on
Okay.
TikTok.
Okay. I ain't heard that, so that's cool.
Yeah.
Huh?
Or one thing I do too is most girls always have a birthday photo, right? Or
Yeah.
I go DM in the picture of their birthday photo, and be like, oh, so you're a Libra, and then
Mm.
most of the time they say, oh, what do you mean, that kind of stuff.
Yeah, okay, I get you. Man, we get girls on the show, all the astrologies.
They love that.
Yeah,
They love just say, oh, you're Aquarius.
yeah. Yeah.
And then
Okay.
another tip that really helps with DMs too. I actually noticed this because from YouTube guys end up DMing me, and so sometimes I wouldn't answer, but I realized that they sent me a picture. It's like kind of blurred,
Mm.
or like if they sent me a voice audio, I would have to accept it just to look at it. So
Mm.
you can use those tricks to DM girls. But I recommend the best way is kind of you kind of do a passive, like
Yeah.
when you post a photo on Tinder and then they follow you from there, or like you can run you can run you can run Instagram ads to just girls in your area.
Okay.
If they like your photo, that's the way to do it.
That's funny that you
I,
said that. You just answered my question. I kept on wondering, like, hey man, are these girls promoting themselves? Like when I actually look at this, and I was okay, yeah. Now that I see it, okay, so that's what they doing.
wait, what do you
Okay.
mean?
My boy showed me
Oh,
his profile, and like he has a barbershop profile. You know what I'm saying? Like, even like he's coming across some stuff that he doesn't even view, and I'm like, hey, where are these girls coming from? And they're like on like promotion stuff. They're all promoted, and I was like, are these
uh,
girls promoting their page? And I was like, okay, I get it. But yeah, okay, you just living a little
I
secret. I get
definitely
it.
think.
Okay.
Yeah, you definitely can. I learned that from other people, but there's so many ways. But
Okay.
dating as a man nowadays is, I mean, I'm a dating coach, but it's just hard when you out here chasing so much. You just have
Yeah.
to really just I think all of us content creators say the same thing. You just got to work on yourself, become the best possible
It's
version
true,
of
man.
yourself.
And then what do you say about dudes that are just scared of just getting rejected?
I mean, you're gonna get rejected in life. They need to go out and get rejected.
Yeah.
They need a coach.
Man, I try to tell dudes, man, you're gonna miss every shot you don't take anyway. So
Hell yeah! I think Michael Jordan said that.
yeah, for
And
real.
the craziest part about rejection, it's funny. The hotter the girl is,
Mm.
if it's during the daytime, any other time, she's less likely to reject you because guys are scared to approach. Every guy's thinking the same thing.
Well, it's true. It's true.
Yeah,
Okay.
unless it's nighttime. Nighttime girls just go to venues just to reject guys, but it's still possible. You need that
Yeah.
practice.
Yeah, I get you. 'Cause they're just going for the validation, so just get the attention and be noticed.
Yeah,
So what do you think about
yeah.
you kind of went over a little bit, but what are like 5 tips to boost their confidence? Say they in the gym already, they like working on getting their money right, but they still not getting the results yet, and they starting to become like man, this ain't working for me. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like how could they keep their confidence like up?
So the funny thing is too, the thing about money, a lot of guys in this community say once you get your money up, the girls will come. Yes, yes, you have to get your money up.
Yeah, yeah,
You have to. But that's not necessarily true. Like
yeah.
just
No.
because you have a ton of money,
Mm,
girls aren't gonna come. So that's one thing I want to say that all content creators do. But the money will help your confidence, and that was your question. And so one thing I said that will help your confidence is getting a lot of reference experience. So like when I first was talking, I said like salsa classes. So the thing about salsa classes, you're it's only a few guys and a bunch of girls, right?
mm,
So once you're around settings like that where it's more girls and guys, girls are going to naturally start talking to you, and that's going
mm.
to get your confidence up. And then
That's
another
true.
thing is you have to always be talking to girls like the Starbucks barista, even at work. Just have conversation. Once you start talking to girls, you're going to be more confident. Also, just start working on your face and your appearance. When you start getting in a gym and a girl says, "Oh, you're getting big," or even your man's at the gym says, "Oh, you're
Mm,
getting big," that's going to help your
yeah,
confidence.
yeah.
Yeah.
True, true.
And then like self improvement, like growing out your beard, man. I got a ugly ass butt chin, right? Once you grow out your beard, that makes you more confident. Getting some
I guess you.
Invisalign,
Oh yeah,
minoxidil, switch up your hair.
yeah.
I got
True,
a
true, true.
peanut head, but when I
I
grow it
get you.
out, it made me look more confident.
I get you.
Yeah.
I get you.
What do you
Okay.
recommend?
Um. Yeah, I would say for sure, like you said, to back up on it, that the money game, it's there and it will give you a boost. But like you said, like if you're not advertising the right lifestyle, they wouldn't know if you have money anyway. So that kind of like falls into place. I'd say like the money will help you share the experience, like you being able to supply
Yes.
experience that she never has experienced or something that she likes to do all the time. Then you got a foot in the door above like anybody else. And like you said, and all of a sudden like if you're already fit, you're always groomed all the time. Like it's just step by step that just gives you more and more points because men are simple. You know what I'm saying? We probably got 3 things like fat ass, nice face, or whatever it is like that. Good
Yeah,
personality,
nice
not
hair.
stuff like that. It's simple, man. Women got like a long chart, so you got to try to fill in as many as you can.
And the crazy part is you touched on a good point that like the experiences. Because of social media nowadays, women want so many experiences. They want to go on all
Man,
these dates. They want to travel everywhere. They want
yeah,
to do all this. So like the money will help you when you have your own crib, when you have your own car, because at least they can see what type of lifestyle you have. So it helps you that way indirectly. But if you're not giving these women experiences, man, you're not making them bust every time you with them. If
yeah,
you're not if you're not having good times, making them laugh, enjoy, or
mm,
just having experience, I'm not saying put her on a pedestal where you have to like always try and impress her, but like
yeah,
if you're not giving experience, the next guy's gonna give her
yeah,
experience, bro.
for real. I'm telling you, that's a good point. And being like, I know you. I mean, like, I don't know if you're gonna answer me and say if it's Instagram or not, but like, what are the best 3 like apps, social media to be like trying to court women and date women? What like to get the best results? Which apps are you saying you get the best results from?
So it's 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 area dependent too. So I'm a big advocate for Hinge, but Hinge is a dating app, but it's made in DC. So in DC area, East Coast, it's amazing. I still think it's good everywhere else, but I know for a fact in DC it's amazing. So the one thing about Hinge is it's soon is known as the relationship apps, right? Even girls who aren't looking at relationships are still want to get the relationship facade. So like they're going that looking for serious relationship, but they're more likely to go on a date with you. They're going to be less flaky because they're kind of looking for this stuff. And but at the end of the day, they're still women. They're going to treat you how you treat them, kind of in a sense.
Mm,
So I say Hinge, and then Tinder, just because Tinder has so much abundance, so many girls on there.
mm.
It's hot girls, and then it's just so much traffic. I think Bumble's the worst. And then
Okay.
Yeah, there was literally a study. There's literally a study saying that like they had to take off the height filter on Bumble because
Oh, really?
90% of women, yeah, they said 90% of women wanted guys put their filter to 6'6". So
Damn,
they had to, yeah, so they just had
that's
to,
crazy. Damn, that
and I
exonerates
think,
like majority of all the men.
yeah,
uh,
it's crazy, and I think the reason why is because I don't know if are you too familiar with the apps?
no, I mean,
Oh,
I know of like Tinder, 'cause that's just been around the longest, but I never heard of Hinge and Bumble. I've heard of, I've seen commercials, but I never seen it.
yeah. So the concept of Bumble is a girl has to message you first, which would sound good, but you get so little matches. And I think the reason girls put it at
Mm,
6'6" is simply because if they're gonna message you first, they might as well get the best option. I feel like that's what they're thinking.
okay,
And
okay,
then next, I would say Instagram. But if you don't have your Instagram profile right, it's
mm,
gonna be extremely hard.
okay, okay.
So, but you need an Instagram in today's. I don't know how you do it without an Instagram,
Man, a
but you
lot of
need
people
an
tell
Instagram
me,
to say.
man, people tell me that like all the time. I mean, obviously, I'm like, since I'm not single, so like, I don't like need it for like courting or anything like that. But like, even like when I'm
Uh,
just doing business and people I literally just give up my numbers to them and they be like, oh man, I'll show you these pictures real quick. I'll send them to you, man. You got an Instagram? And I'm like, nah, I don't. But like, I just, you know what I'm saying? We got one out there for the podcast and everything. But like, personally,
mhm.
nah, like, I don't. And people look at me crazy, like, you ain't got no Instagram? I'm like, yeah, nah.
I mean, you're a dangerous man. You're mysterious. No one knows what you're doing, and
yeah,
it saves you time. But I don't know. I grew up in the Instagram era, so
yeah,
I'm
okay, okay.
different. But
I get you. I see too. To touch up on it real quick, you got other businesses or ventures that you've touched up on and you tried out?
oh yeah, I tried out a few different stuff. So right now, I'm working, so I still got a
Yeah,
daytime job.
yeah,
I'm
for
an
sure.
engineer, so I'm doing that most of
Okay,
the time. I was doing Amazon FBA.
that's what I was gonna
It
ask
was
you
doing
about.
good for. Oh, for real? Oh,
Yeah,
you knew about that?
yeah, I tried to
Oh
look it up.
yeah.
Yeah, that's what I say. I've been doing your content and checked out a lot of stuff.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Oh yeah, yeah. So I was so I did Amazon FBA. It did pretty good for before the pandemic,
Hmm.
and then I made some mistakes and it just tanked. So I just ended up giving up on that. So that's pretty much my main two things. I do some stocks, some cryptos, but
Okay, okay,
mainly revenue coming from YouTube and daytime stuff. So yeah.
okay.
What about you? What are you working on?
I own a business. Do like a lot of rent a car stuff. And like I said, I'm an engineer too. We build a lot of motors and stuff for like a lot of wholesale like car dealers around here that like don't want to buy like a lot of like used engines and stuff like that. They want everything to be brand new, fresh for their customers, right in their cars and stuff. I manufacture all that stuff, so we put it all
Oh
together.
wow, that's a good industry,
Yeah,
man.
yeah, man. But I'm trying to collect some revenue over YouTube too. That's what I'm trying to trying to see what's up.
I'm honestly the best revenue. I mean, AdSense revenue. I don't think it shouldn't be your strongest point, but what
Mm,
really works for me is high ticket sales. So like coaching. So like
mm,
you end up getting them to like a $15 product, and then like a $200 product. Then you sell them up on your high ticket coaching. So, but that's the best way. So, and the guys will pay that.
I mean,
The dating
I've
market
seen it,
nowadays.
man. Man, I'm coming across I've come across men that like actually, like you said, like actually they actually have the money. I see they got a little bit of gear and swag, man, but like they don't have game, and it's just like
Yeah.
a lot like a lot of friends. I mean, I got two friends that they really like just leave with their pockets, and I'm like, man, like that girl look average, and you spend all that money on that dinner, and you took her to Vegas. That's crazy.
And then most guys don't know any better because game is honestly hard to learn in today's society without tons of experience or rejection. And
Yeah,
us being on lockdown for like 2 3 years
mm,
did not help us at all.
yeah, at all
And then
for
everyone
sure.
being on the internet, yeah,
Yeah, very, very.
so got
Yeah. What do you think about that? Like, how I said the whole hypergamy stuff about like how women just have like a lot of choices, man. That's shit. All they can see, they get a blue check in their the DM box, man, and they got the next option, like, and you like you coming in being like mid grade dude, you know what I'm saying, decent income, your lifestyle look pretty good, but she got this other dude that'll fly her out, put her on a yacht, like you like, man, how you compete?
numbers, numbers. But I will say not to be girls do have tons of options. It's a fact. But if a girl likes you, every guy has a girl that's choosing them. Every guy. You anyone's watching, you know there's one girl who likes you.
Yeah,
You probably don't want her, right? Because
yeah.
she's probably like so let's say how girls date, if you're 8, your
Mhm.
girl's probably gonna be like a 6, 7, because a girl wants to feel like she got a catch out of you. Okay.
Yeah, yeah.
So what I'll say for guys who feel like you always have options, right? You're
Mm.
always gonna have a girl who wants you, but she's probably not what you're looking for, right? I say you have to build yourself up to get yourself to a couple more points, and so you'll see that the girls who are obsessed with you will become higher level. So like here and there, you'll be able to hook up with a few girls, but if you want something long term, you're gonna have to build yourself up so the girl you like is a higher quality. And the thing is about the blue check mark and all that stuff. I mean, girls are always gonna girls are always gonna go to them guys, right?
Yeah, yeah.
But those guys aren't gonna cuff them, and
Oh
they're
yeah, no,
eventually
for
gonna
sure.
want to settle down. Yeah,
Yeah, yeah.
so that's the thing. And I'm gonna be honest, it's so easy for a girl to get access to blue check mark. Any girl I've dated, they've they've literally been like, yeah, he went smacking me. Oh yeah, I was in his section. Yeah, I was this. I was like,
Damn, for
damn,
real.
yeah, I don't want to even know.
Damn. Like
Nah,
I mean, I see it in videos and stuff, man. A lot of girls that talk about it, I'm like, do really average girls really get like hit up? They can get a reply out of somebody that has a blue check mark, like a guy will answer and reply to her.
nah, guys will answer in replies,
Man,
and it's funny. I think all the guys are messing with the same girls.
man, and you just gave a pointer right there. It's truth to the story. What about let's see, to cover lastly, what is your point of view on today's like dating market when it comes to like how you said like women have like a lot of options, like how like what do you recommend for the man to keep his confidence up and still fall into that category with her and be one of the best options obviously that she has? Like how can he get there? He's 21, just starting. Like what are his steps that he needs to like make sure to maintain and to not give up and keep on going with?
Mm. At 21, man, you gotta freaking grind. You gotta grind. But if you wanna, at 21, the thing is to be able to have those same options. Number one is like get in the gym. I always gonna recommend getting in the gym because at that age you have so much testosterone that you can get jacked big in a year. Because that's the easiest way to get more options just by working on your body.
Mm-hmm.
You should start growing out your beard. Some guys can't, so grow out, put on some minoxidil to grow out your beard, change your hairstyle. So that's gonna cover your looks. Make sure to get slim fit clothing. Don't try and follow too much fashion trends because they go in and out. So just get slim fit clothing. So that's how you're gonna cover the looks. And then number two, when you're 21, man, I recommend just moving out. I mean, I stayed in my parents' basement for a good amount of time, but the reason why I did recommend moving out is like when I moved out, that's when I felt like I really was a man. That's when it gave me a different level of confidence when I had my own responsibility. If you gotta go split rent with someone else or live like a broke man, it's going to give you a different level of confidence, and girls are going to respect you a lot more. And then number three, you have to still carry yourself like you're the prize, you're that guy. Like if a girl feels like she can walk all over you, like she's not going to like you. Girls don't want that. Girls want masculine men. I don't really agree with guys being really feminine.
Oh,
I agree
yeah,
with you guys being more masculine, exactly. And then number four is like just start building your social life. When you're 21, I mean, I went out a lot when I was 21. You don't have to go out that much, but like having a balance does help because at the end of the day, when you're young and you're broke, having a little bit of clout or status does help you, which you can show through Instagram or become a party promoter or doing events where there's more girls than guys. So you can throw house parties. You have you have access to that stuff. Just figure out a way how to show that you have a good social life. So that will help you with your status, your looks, your money, your confidence. So all those stuff, and then just keep on working. You're going to get rejected. I wouldn't recommend getting a relationship at 21. I mean, relationships are expensive. She's going to take hella energy out of you. She's going to take hella time. You're going to have unnecessary arguments.
Yeah,
I mean,
sure.
it's good to have some experience, but like at 21, you might as well just trap it out and work on yourself and grind to at least 25, 26, even 30, man.
Okay.
Yeah. And consume positive content, man. A lot of people in the manosphere, a lot of people in the RP community, all this kind of stuff, man. Some have toxic personalities that make you start despising girls, but like you have to know what to filter and what not to filter. Yeah.
Okay. And lastly, what about somebody who wants to step into a role and being a content creator? Like they feel that YouTube is something that they should try out. Like obviously, you know what I'm saying, we recommend like you can't just give up on your 9 to 5 and you sit in front of a camera and just hoping you're gonna go viral. So Like,
It's funny.
what would you recommend for somebody who wants to be a content creator?
So I was that 22-year-old who graduated college and started becoming a content creator. So honestly, in this time period, man, I would get on TikTok crazy. The TikTok algorithm is
Okay.
insane. You can start posting content on TikTok and then just figuring out how to get that TikTok content, those TikTok followers to convert to YouTube, because YouTube eventually is going to be the end all be all again. So you can start making short form content just to post on TikTok, then post that same one to YouTube and post that one to Instagram. Still figuring out the Instagram algorithm,
Mm-hmm.
but once you the thing about being a content creator is like you're gonna make so many videos, you're gonna put time into editing, and it's just gonna suck because you're gonna get 1, 2, 3, 4 views.
Mm-hmm.
But like start. Well, the reason with short form, you can make 10 seconds, 20 seconds, 30 seconds. You're not putting that much time, and eventually something will pop. And once that thing pops, triple, double, quadruple,
Yeah,
do
yeah,
that so
yeah,
many
yeah.
times till it
Okay,
doesn't work.
I get you. I
Because
get you.
text, yeah, on my YouTube, how to text girls was one of my popular videos. Man, I got 500 videos on how to text a girl because of that.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay. Okay.
and then I recommend you guys like figure out too how you're gonna monetize from the beginning, because I know you guys want to do it because you love it, right?
Mm-hmm.
But it's only gonna be so long you can talk in front of camera with no one listening,
Mm-hmm.
and you're not making any money. So
Yeah.
whatever way you're gonna monetize, if it's gonna be coaching, it's gonna be merch. Merch is hard to do. If it's gonna be online courses, if it's gonna be meetups, just figure out Patreon. Just start from that from the beginning, because once you start making some cash at the beginning, it's going to start motivating you more and more and more until it becomes a job. And that's a different level. Now that's a whole nother topic. Yeah. And
Okay.
then lastly, I would say, make searchable content. So like how-to videos, search are good for long term. They don't really pop in the algorithm at first, but if you can get search traffic, you always have traffic. Yeah.
Okay. Real good pointers,
Yeah.
man. Appreciate you coming on the show, man. Giving a lot of knowledge, dropping some gems. Appreciate it.
Yeah. No problem. Are you gonna edit the video, or when are
Yeah.
you gonna drop it on YouTube?
Um,
I'll repost it.
I'll probably within like 2-3 days here. Like I'll cut some pieces out and stuff like that. Make sure everything's like legit, and we'll get it all straight. If you want,
Okay.
I can even drop you a file if you want like, the whole copy of it. That way you can cut your stuff up.
Oh yeah, okay, that sounds good. Yeah, I can cut some. Oh yeah, that'd be perfect, honestly too.
Yeah, I got you.
Yeah,
For
that
sure,
sounds
man.
good. Thanks
Appreciate
for
you.
having me on, man.
All right, man. Appreciate it. I'll tap in again for sure.
All right.
All right, man.